Hello. In this short video, our team will walk you through our work on generating antiviral peptides using generative adversarial networks. The objective is to develop a generative adversarial network-based framework for generating antiviral peptides. The hypothesis is that antiviral peptides possess certain properties such as physicochemical properties and patterns. We use a GAN which has been very successful in both image and text generation. The idea is to learn from the underlying patterns and structure and generate following these patterns and structures. The generated AVPs may have some therapeutic values and some new patterns which may not have been seen so far. This slide shows the overall journey right from the data gathering to the validation of the generated peptides. We take data from various different databases and combine from the different data sources. We make sure to filter highly similar sequences so that the model is not biased towards these. And we filter with a MIC of less than 30 micromolar. These form a set of 423 sequences, and we call these as active antiviral peptides. On the other hand, we also manually curate peptides with less than 15 micromolars from literature and AVP-DB. These form a set of 130 sequences with MIC lower than 15 micromolar, and these form the highly active antiviral peptide set. We experiment with both these peptides by giving them to different types of GAN, such as LEAK-GAN, SEQ-GAN, MALI-GAN, of which we find that LEAK-GAN performs the best. We calculate various physicochemical properties based on the validation strategy, both on the input dataset and those are the ones generated by the LEAK-GAN. We do some post-processing on the generated sequences to filter them further. And we create some visuals and statistical evaluation plots to understand the generated peptides further. Finally, the peptides generated by the Pandora GAN are compared with the experimental data and negative data or random data. These are the antimicrobial peptide sequences with unknown viral activities or random non-secretory peptides. The main challenge in our project is the data, both in terms of accessibility and the quantity. We use only two sets, 423 sequences and 130 sequences, of which we find that the kind of antiviral peptides generated using the model trained on these 130 sequences of highly active antiviral peptides performs much better. So in all, to sum it up, our approach that we take is that for training data, we take 130 highly active AVPs. We use LEAK-GAN as a generative model where the information from the discriminator is leaked to the generator for better training. We use statistical validation in terms of correlation Mann-Whitney U-test and create evaluation plots on the various physicochemical properties and patterns. Our technology stack consists of Python, TensorFlow, BioPython, and pFeature. In the next segment, we will go in details of the GAN.
So now let us look into generative adversarial networks. So GAN is a deep learning based generative model which consists of two submodels. One is generator and another is discriminator. The generator generates the fake sample of data and tries to fool discriminator. The discriminator, on other hand, tries to distinguish between real and fake samples. The generator and discriminator are both neural networks and they both run in competition with each other during training phase. Hence the name adversarial networks. The steps are repeated several times, and in this, both discriminator and generator gets better and better in their respective jobs. If we translate this to our problem, the generator is responsible to generate the sequences of amino acids or antiviral peptides, while the discriminator judges the generated sequences. For Pandora GAN, we have implemented LEAK-GAN, which is a variant of GAN. In LEAK-GAN, the high-level feature information is leaked from discriminator to the generator. And it is this information leakage which helped Pandora GAN decipher the underlying pattern of antiviral peptides from a limited set of training data.
All right, so we looked at the overall approach, data set, and the technique used for generating these sequences. Now we need to validate these sequences as how close they are to the original data set that we use for training. So for validation, we utilize the physicochemical properties, the composition-based or secondary structure pattern-based properties. We calculated all of these properties for highly active sequences, Pandora GAN output, and certain random peptides, and validated them further using evaluation plots and statistical validation. In terms of evaluation plots, let's look at the amino acid propensity, which we calculated for Pandora GAN output and found it very similar to the natural and antiviral peptides, where the amount of methionine is very low and arginine and lysine are in higher quantity. We also created a PCA plot based on all physicochemical properties and saw that HAAVP and Pandora GAN fall under a similar cluster as compared to the random peptides. To look at the conservation of residues, we plotted Shannon entropy and residue repeats and saw that Shannon entropy and residue repeat, the HAAVP and Pandora GAN show a very similar pattern as compared to the random peptides. So looking at the same example of methionine, the peaks are very different even in case of Shannon entropy or in case of residue repeats. We also saw similar plots for the secondary structure in terms of helix and sheets and saw a similar pattern for Pandora GAN and highly active peptides. Now, once we did the validation using the plots and the statistical validation, we also cross-validated it against the external servers like AVP-Pred and found that 70% of our sequences were identified as antiviral peptides. To conclude, we also created a web server where a user can give a number of sequences and then they get an output of the Pandora GAN generated sequences along with certain properties where they can look at them and decide if the sequences are of their use. So in summary, this is the first time GAN-based methods have been utilized for generating antiviral peptides to give us a variety of antiviral peptides. And a key point here is that the model has been trained on very high quality, but really small data set. Eventually, we feel a trainable GAN-based framework can help researchers give a starting point rather than starting from scratch for designing antiviral peptides. More information can be found in our paper, which is available on the bioRxiv. From a future work perspective, we think that training GAN on structural and evolutionary aspects would help getting better sequences. Also, to validate the biological relevance of these sequences, prediction of constants will be helpful. That is all from our side. Before ending, we would like to thank Drug Discovery Hackathon Committee, Government of India, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you so much.